Hello everyone, my name is Christian Diaz. I am a student at FIU in the physical education program. Today I will be doing a sport analysis in the sport of netball. Some basic rules and procedures on the game. The primary objective of netball is to score goals by shooting the ball into the opponent's nets while preventing the opposing team of scoring. The game always begins with a center pass, where one team starts with the ball in the center of the court. This will happen players, every time that a team scores a goal. So players are assigned a specific area and they cannot leave that area. So if you are a shooter, you are confined to the shooting circle. And if you're a defender, you can move anywhere within the defensive third, but you cannot go to the scoring circle. Passing, you cannot run with the ball. So that is a very important rule. You have to let go of the ball within 3 seconds. The ball must be caught and then released within the same moment, pretty much. Players cannot do any physical contact, no obstructions, or no dangerous plays. If this happens, they will be penalized with free passes or penalty shots. Defensive plays can be interceptions of passes to prevent the opponent from scoring. Another important rule is that if the ball goes out of bounds, the team that did not touch the last gains possession via throw-in from the sideline. Substitutions can occur during breaks and plays or injury stoppages. The duration of the game is 4 quarters that last 15 minutes each. Positions of the sport. There is a goal shooter, a goal attack, there's a wing attack, there's a center, there's a wing defense, a goal defense, and a goalkeeper. Some common injuries: ankle sprains, shin splints, Achilles tendinopathy, patellar tendinopathy, ACL injuries, and finger dislocations. The dimensions of a netball court, it's 30 meters long and 15 meters wide. The court is divided into 3 equal parts: a center, third, and 2 goal thirds. These sections are marked by 2 transverse lines parallel to the goal lines. Some training considerations: acceleration and deceleration, jumping and landing, speed, strength, conditioning, change of direction, and very importantly, neuromuscular and movement skill training. The distance covered in games. On average, players in a netball game may cover anywhere from 2 to 4 miles, which is 3,500 to 7,000 yards throughout the duration of a match, which is usually 60 minutes. A fun fact is that players perform very high intensity change of direction. So approximately every 3 to 6 seconds during the play, there's a change of direction. So some key performance indicators, the shooting accuracy varies from goal shooters to goal attack. Passing accuracy, short passes have a different accuracy than long passes, but these are the optimal things that we want to see. Some deflections can be from 3 to 6 games. That would be a good performance. Defensive actions, this can vary widely since there's different positions, but 5 to 10 defensive actions per game, it's a good target. Penalties, ideally players should aim to minimize penalties, but 1 to 3 penalties conceded per game, it's a reasonable target. Energy systems, the ATPPC system is the first one to be accessed by a netball player due to the sport being such a fast-paced sport with a lot of explosiveness and a lot of running back and forth. The predominant energy system for a goal attack is glycolysis. The energy system for a goal shooter is the ATPPC system, since they're a little bit more explosive and don't really have much playing time except for those fast moments when they shoot the ball. The predominant energy system for a wing defense and wing attack is also the ATP PC system. And for goal defense is the glycolysis energy system, but their position can also be the aerobic energy system since they do move a lot more and for longer periods of times. These are some example of a workout that you can do for a week of training. This that I created is workouts for Monday, Tuesday, rest on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, rest Saturday and Sunday. So on Monday, we have a speed and acceleration day. With some speed drills, to mark some examples, we have some 8 switches, we have some 8 marches, some ankle switches, we have some A skips, tuck jumps, and balance for direction. I'm sorry, for distance. For speed trainings, we can do some resistance work. In this case, I inputted the speed training to be fully with resistance. So using chains or parachutes, and then doing, for example, 15-yard sprints, flying 20s, 10-yard buildup with 20-yard sprints, and jumps into sprints. That same day, we can do a workout with some resistance for legs. And the 2 primary exercises that I put in this day would be the back squats and searcher squats. So a lot of hip flexion, a lot of hip extension, and these we want with a decent amount of load so we can strengthen those muscles and those movements that are very crucial for the sport. On Tuesday, we have conditioning. So here the drills are very similar, except that I added, as you can see here, 30-yard shuttles, with some cross turns and others with sharp changes of direction. Here I also added some ladder drills. So we have 6 different drills that we can do with the ladder. They're all going to be done 3 times with a 1:6 work to rest ratio. Some examples of those are the icky shuffles, the ollie shuffle, single leg squat jumps. We will also add some cone drills for the conditioning day. And we would do, for the weight training portion, we would do upper body emphasis with the 2 main exercises being clean and jerks and bent over rows. On Thursday, we would do some acceleration and top speed work. Here, the drills are very similar, but the trainings itself, we're working more on, for top speed, we're working on longer yardage of sprints. So here we have 60 yards sprints. For that day, we would do also some leg work for the resistance training part, with the emphasis on deadlift and hip thrust. Here we have more glute focused work and also more pressure on that extension of the hips. On Friday, we would do some conditioning with a lot of focus in multi-directional. So here I have some arrow drills where it would be 2 different directions, with the 15-yard goal, but the athletes will be doing the drills based on, for example, 0 to 5 yards, 10 to 15 yards, 0 to 15 yards. And we also added the cone drills, and this day also focusing on that jump, since the sport does require a lot of jumping. I emphasized in doing some box jump drills, including some double legs and single leg jumps, and also depth and drop jumps. That day we would focus on upper body emphasis. So Monday we have legs, Tuesday we have upper body, Thursday we have legs, Friday we have upper body. And this one, the main target exercises that I want to focus on are the bench press, since there is a lot of passing and a lot of force produced with the shoulders and arms, and dumbbell Arnold presses, since it also, there's a lot of passing with this sport. Here I left a 10-question quiz that you guys can do. See if you can learn some more from this PowerPoint presentation. Feel free to go back and read every slide a little bit more in depth. These are some of the questions. What is the main objective of the sport? What is not a training consideration for netball? What is the main energy system used in netball? What is a common injury? What is a position in netball? How many parts is a netball court broken into? What is the average of distance covered in a game? Which energy system is used by all players? In what training day will you include clean and jerks? If you see within the PowerPoint, you'll see what day I focused that on. And players must avoid physical contact with opponents. Is that true? Is that false? Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys enjoy the PowerPoint. Thank you.